Hi boys and girls. So I'm giving a shout out to anyone who's actually watching this because this was not a mandatory video, although not everyone watches when they're mandatory either. But hopefully those of you who are watching this are going to do well in the quiz, so thank you for your hard work. So let's review some surface area. Remember, there's two types of surface area. There's lateral and there's total. And lateral surface area is no top or bottom. And total is all faces. Okay? So here we have this rectangular prism. So a rectangular prism has a rectangle as the base. So we can label our length, our width, and our height. And redraw our base. Remember, you want to always draw your base. You guys, as always, if you want to stop, pause, and try these on your own, please do so. So that way we'll help you practice more than just watching and listening. Practicing on your own is the best way to do this. Okay? So the base is always the length and the width. So that's 3 and 5. So find our ingredients. The perimeter, that's 3, 5 is 8. There's another 3 and another 5. So altogether that's 16 inches. And find big B. Remember, big B stands for area of the base. So that's area of base. So you do 5 times 3 and we get 15 inches squared. So I'm going to do both total and lateral. So total surface area is the perimeter times the height, which is 8, plus 2 times the area of the base. And that gives us 158 inches squared, and then lateral is just the perimeter times the height. 16 times 8 is 128 inches squared. Don't forget your proper units. Okay, make sure you label your height, your length, and your width. The area of the base shape is always the length and the width on a rectangular prism. Make sure you draw your base, find the perimeter of the base, find the area of the base. Remember, perimeter is the distance around the shape. It's not what I wanted. All right, here. All right, sorry about that. Needed to switch out the problem. All right, so the cargo-shaped boxes will be loaded into the cargo hold of a truck. Or sorry, cube-shaped boxes. The cargo hold is in the shape of a rectangular prism. The edges of each box measure 2.5 feet, and the dimensions of the cargo hold are 7.5 feet by 15 feet by 7.5 feet, as shown below. If all sides of the cargo hold except for the bottom are to be painted, how many square feet of paint is needed? Let's start with that first. So what they're saying is on the cargo hold here, this is a rectangular prism, so the front here, the back, the top, and the two sides are going to be painted, everything except for the base. The bottom base. So let's find the surface area. So we have our rectangular prism, this is our height, this is our length, this is our width. We redraw our base. So our base is 15 by 7.5. Find the perimeter of the base. And that's 45. Find the area of the base. And that's 112.5. Alright, so here's where it starts to get kind of tricky. So this is not really total or lateral surface area. It's something else. We want to do 45 times the height, so pH. The height is 7.5. Plus, but in 2b is total surface area. The difference here, though, is we only have one base. We're not using the bottom. So instead of 2b, there's only 1b. And then you'll add these together. So So again, it's still the perimeter times the height, so it's still 45 times 7.5, which is 202.5. But instead of doing 2 times the base, there's only one base because we're not painting the floor, not painting the bottom of the truck. So when we add those together, we get 315 feet squared. All right, let's look at the box now. So now we have the box, and it's a cube. Remember what's special about a cube? All 3 sides are the same. So the shortcut is if you do 2.5 times 2.5 times 6, that'll give you the total surface area. Okay, so multiply those 3 together, and we get 37.5 feet squared. Or you can do it the other way. So we have a square, so it's 2.5 and 2.5. You can read my little chicken scratch. Perimeter of the base. So add all 4 sides and we get 10. And then the area of the base is 2.5 times 2.5, and that's 6.25. And then we do pH plus 2B. So that's 10 times 2.5 plus 2 times 6.25. Add them together. So 10 times 2.5 plus 2 times 6.25, and we get 37.5 feet squared. So either method works there. This was a tricky problem, but I'm telling you now there's going to be something very similar to this truck problem on the quiz. All right. Triangular prisms. Let's do total and lateral surface area. So it's a triangular prism, so that means our base is a triangle. So we have a 3, 4, 5. All right, so perimeter of the base, add all 3 sides. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12. Area of the base, base times height, so 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So total, pH plus 2B. So that's 12. Remember the height of the prism. This is the height of your prism. It's the distance between triangles. The distance between the triangles. That's the height. That's times 11 plus 2 times 6. That gives us 144 centimeters squared. And then lateral is just pH. So 2 times 12 times 11. All right, so I just got all the way to this point and realized that nothing was recording. So let me go through what I have here. This is a triangular prism. We see a triangle. That means our base is a triangle. To find the perimeter of the base, we add all 3 sides. So 5, 5, and 4. Remember, you're not going through the center, so you don't use that 3. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Area of the base is base times the height. So 4 times 3 is 12. Divided by 2 gives us 6 centimeters squared. So total surface area is the perimeter, which is 14, times the height. Remember, that height is the height of the prism. What's the distance between the triangles? So that's 15. So 14 times 15 plus 2 times 6. So 14 times 15. And we get 222 centimeters squared. Lateral surface area is just pH. So that's just 14 times 15. And that's 210 centimeters squared. All right, good job. Cylinders now. So this is a net for a cylinder. Remember, a cylinder net has the rectangle in the middle, and it has the 2 circles for the bases, the top and the bottom. So if we were to find lateral surface area here, you would just need this middle part for lateral. Okay? So lateral would be just the middle part. So we need to find our radius. Our radius here is 10, and the height is 30. So lateral is 2 pi r/h. So I'm going to use 3.14 for pi right now, times 10 times 30. And we get 1,884 centimeters squared. Total then is going to add the 2 circles on. So 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So that's 2 pi times 10 times 30 plus 2 pi times 10 squared. We get, I think we get 2,512 centimeters squared. So lateral is just the rectangle in the middle. Total adds the two circles on. And last one, this is a cylinder. Find the radius and the height. Remember, the whole way across is the diameter. And the radius is half the diameter. So half of 12 means that's 6 inches, and the height is 16. So if we do lateral, it's 2 pi RH. 2 pi times 6 times 16. So again, I'm using 3.14 for pi right now. Okay, so we get 602.88 inches squared. And then total, 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So that's 2 pi times 6 times 16 plus 2 pi times 6 squared. And we should get 828.96 inches squared. All right, remember tomorrow or Monday I will give you the formulas. You do not have to have those memorized. Go back, try some more problems, and we'll do a quick review before we start on Monday. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.